It's Deo live from ground zero. Yeah, so I was thinking about certain things, and it's like, you know what? I think what it is something that's put in place to make me want to have a reaction, you know? Um, and that's what things are done for. But then that reaction is what actually perpetuates motion and action, right? So that's what makes the world go around. So anyway, I figured that they was trying to say certain things because they wanted me to go deeper into certain things. So it's like I had to figure out like how to do it because I'm not really on it like that. I'm not thinking about it like that, you know. But it's it's like entertainment. It's like like ghost stories. Like is it real? Is it not real? Is it real? But there's theories, man, and that's what it is, man. And I have my own theories, right? So you know, but so one of the theories is that this is a program, and it's very much like it. And I'm starting to see that it is like that, And I've been around. I'm not, I've been around. So, and I know things. I'm not a dumb dumb. So, I guess we'll get to, because it's all relative, right? Because a scientist could look at me like a dum dum, but a kindergartner would look at me like a smart person, right? So it's all relative. It's all relative, you know. So I'm not, but I know I don't have any degrees in any ologies at all. So I'm not, Anyway, so this is all theories, man. And from my experience in life, from what I've seen, and I'm very observant, and I'm creative. So this is, the way it seems that things go. So anyway, so 70 to 80% of the time, somebody told me to be more precise, because it sounds more believable. Like 78.9% of the time, fucking 79.8, 79.8. Yeah, that sounds better. You know what I mean? Most of the time, I'm right. So when I say certain things, like I'm correct. Like I make up shit. Just fucking around because that's just the way life goes. And I've been around, and then most likely I know how people move and why they move and why they do what they do. You know what I mean? For the most part, and I'm very understanding, and I put myself in other people's shoes, so I understand where people's perspectives come from. I'm a marketing guy. I like shit like that. What makes people tick, what makes people do this, what makes people react. I'm a marketing guy. I'm a marketing genius. Ken Deo, 646-481-9409, 646-481-9409. Yeah, real estate, marketing, sales, and then a lot of marketing for entertainment industry, my whole life basically. So, fashion, entertainment, just culture, urban culture, a lot of marketing throughout my whole days. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm just saying that this is a program, and it's like math. It's all math. Yeah, we're biological, but it's just our brain, our soul is playing in this game, in this program. And then you get like into things about like God, like yeah, God, and people try to like downplay it, like oh it's just this, oh it's just that, but at the end of the day, what it really is like everything. So you can say, oh, it's an alien, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, whatever you want to say that it is. At the end of the day, it knows more than you. So you could try to outsmart it, you could try to be as smart as you can, whatever, boom, 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 but it knows more than you. Why? Because it's been around. You understand? So it's like all knowing. It's like it created. So then bringing that down, like, all right, so now it created, there's a creator, right? Either way, how you look at it, somebody created, or a thing, something, whatever it is, Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it, created us. So now we're created. We all are one. Why? Because you have to start with one. That's what we learned. That's what it is. You have to start with one. Even if it's a half of one, it's still the one of the half of one. You understand what I'm saying? So it's only one. So from that one came two, and then two, four, and then four, eight. You know, it's all math. So we're all one. So everyone is me, and I am everyone. So, you know, and that same thing with the earth. The earth is me, the galaxy is me. It's all me. You know what I mean? Like, we're all made up of the same thing, just malleable into, you know, particular forms. You know, whether it's a post, or it's made of wood, or it's concrete, or it's a gate, metal. So, you know, or it's skin. You know? So anyway, so yeah, so, you know, and people just want me to get more deep with it. I mean, you know, we could do it like that, general, because it's really and truly, you got to look at both sides of everything. You know what I mean? You can't just look at one side. You know, there's many sides. There's a top side, bottom side, right side, front side. You know, and it breaks down the complicated. It gets more complicated, and then it gets more simple. And that's just life, and that's just the way it is, all around. So when you do something that's complicated, then, you know, it gets simple. Or it's mad simple, and then it gets complicated. It's up to you. So now that's another thing. It goes into the program. Like decisions. What should I do next? So that's the first thing. Like why, if, and all the other stuff. Or if, and, you know what I mean? Right? And that's a program. This is a program. And our brains, our consciousness, was what I would call it, is playing in this. And then there's several other everyone is single, but then at the same time everyone is many at the same time. You understand? So, and it goes through everything, you know? So these are just theories. These are just theories, you know what I mean? These are just theories. You know, like how, you know, there's every millisecond is a moment in time, and then that time makes all of those decisions that you didn't make, right? This is on some timeline stuff. So all of those decisions that you didn't make, you know, were made. You know, maybe not on your timeline. So then when there's other timelines that I have, and this is not me making this up. This is a theory that's out there. So this is where I got it from. But in living life, I see how that is possible. Oh, that's another thing. Everything that is impossible is possible. And everything that's possible is impossible. All at the same time. I don't know if you... anyway. It's all at the same time. Because it's all relative. Right? So, because, like, it's impossible for a man to fly, right? See what I mean? But yet, it's possible. Right? Okay. So, it's possible and impossible at the same time. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Okay. So, you know, just decisions that people make, and then they interact with each other, and that's what makes the world go round. You know? So, even though you might not look at it like that, because, you know, yourself might want to, you know, hurt yourself to see what it's like to hurt you in another form. It could be like that. Or it could be, you know, so you have to be mindful of that. And then that's part of it, right? Now, whether it's supposed to be like that or whatever, but that's just what it is right now. That just is what it is. You know, it is what it is, but it ain't what it was. But anyway, because I guess, you know, like I looked at things differently, right? Because I wasn't in the 80s on the corners selling and all of that other stuff. But I was around all that stuff. Why? Because I was a little kid in the street. I never really did anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at the 80s through the eyes of a child. So there's people that look through the 80s through the eyes of an 80-year-old. So they, you know what I'm saying, saw things from the 40s. So they understand a little bit more. So like now, when a kid is born, he's going to look at Michael Jackson completely differently than from what I see Michael Jackson as, because I grew up in a different era where Michael Jackson was something else. They're not going to know about, you know, the Twin Towers or anything like that. You know, they're not going to know what it feels like to be anywhere in the city and look and you can see them. And especially me, because I live downtown, so downtown Brooklyn and downtown Manhattan. So I saw the Twin Towers. You know what I mean? Anywhere you stood in the neighborhoods, you could look and you could see it. It was over every building. So the kids nowadays that are born now, they're not going to know what it's like to be walking through the city and see two giant buildings. They see what it is to see one. They're not going to see the two giant, and they can see another two giant buildings, but they'll never see that two giant building. You know what I mean? They'll never see that one. So they don't have that experience. So they looking at things differently. You understand? So anyway, so all of that mixed together is what makes the world go round. You understand? And everybody is you at the same time. So down to an animal. So when you're hurting an animal, that animal is you in real time, right now. Not someday later, right now. To you, someday later, maybe you'll feel what's going on. But at that moment in time, you are the one that's doing it to yourself. So that's just theories, man. Anyway, it's Deo, live from Ground Zero. Like, comment, subscribe, share, it was cool.